everybody. As Deb said, I'm Dr. Marianne Premack. I work as a professor and a yoga instructor for Beacon College, and I'm very grateful to be coming to you today. Very excited to have this practice with you, and very thankful to the Leesburg Library and the Friends of the Library for supporting this practice. So let's go ahead and start by finding a comfortable seat if you haven't already, preferably in a chair without arms. And you might be able to see that I have a pair of blocks, or maybe you can't see, but I do have blocks under my feet because I'm a little on the short side and short and proud, and I need that extra support to get grounded. When I'm sitting in a chair, I want my feet to be firmly grounded. So that's an opportunity for you to roll up some towels and put them under your feet, or take some books that you're okay with having your feet on, or if you are fully grounded on the floor already, then you're good to go. And we're going to start by just bringing our awareness into the now moment, trying to connect ourselves with this experience of being together in this chair yoga practice. And we start with thinking about the breath and just noticing the breath. So we're just going to take our gaze possibly down slightly, and maybe even closing the eyes, bringing our focus to our internal patterns and rhythms, and thinking about that breath, just noticing the breath here. Maybe starting to deepen the breath as you deepen the awareness of the breath. Ideally, the breath is going to come from the belly. And as you exhale, you feel that expansion of the belly. And it would be kind of more rooted in the belly than in the chest. In this practice today, we're going to strive to be kind to ourselves. If anything doesn't feel like a good choice for your body today, please don't take a part of that practice, and I'll be offering alternatives on some of the movements. If a movement doesn't feel right to you, then it's not right for you. You're the expert on your body. And we'll go ahead and get started with the feet. So we're going to be lifting the heels and then lowering them. Just bringing that awareness to the feet, noticing any sensations here as we go. Doesn't have to be a big movement to make a difference. So now lift the heels and work those heels around in a circle. Doesn't matter which way you go. Kind of bringing some energy into the balls of the foot. Maybe finding some engagement in the calf here too. Just circling around. And then as you're ready, go ahead and reverse that rotation, taking it in the other direction. Making any adjustments here that your body needs. And we'll do 2 more this direction. Good. All right, and now we're going to come to pause for a moment, just checking in with that breath, and I'll be cueing that throughout the class. So we'll be taking breaks throughout the practice just to check back in with the breath here. So just bringing your awareness to the breath and noticing. All right, and from here we're going to extend one leg, and we're going to start to rotate the foot. And then you can take it in the other direction. All the while thinking about that breath, and also here is a good time to think about the alignment of the spine. We'll bring that foot back in, extend the other leg, start that rotation. So we want our vertebrae to be stacked, ideally bringing the back into alignment. So with the back of very top of the head kind of being pulled by a string, almost an invisible string, towards the heavens. And it's something I'm constantly working on. So you might see me slouched. I'm not perfect. I'm working on it though. Let's go ahead and rotate the other direction. And then go ahead and bring it back. And noticing that breath, just bringing us back to the present moment. Sometimes during the practice, our minds can wander. We want to stay grounded in the now moment, and focusing on the breath can help us, remind us to be here now, to be in this practice together. From here, we're going to do kind of similar things with the hands. So we're going to come into some wrist exercises. So let's go ahead and roll the wrist on one side. Maybe take it around the other way. And the other side, we'll try the other way. And then go the other direction. Good. If you'd like to try pulling the fingers back gently on one hand, you're going to likely feel some engagement down the forearm, maybe with some tendons, kind of becoming aware of the tendons that exist in the forearm right there. And then let's gently press the top of the hand down. And then try the other side. Pulling back. And then pressing down gently. Nice. All right, bringing the hands back to the tops of the thighs and checking with that breath. The next things that we're going to be doing, if you feel like you could use a towel or a strap, a yoga strap, we're going to be doing things like picking up the legs. And so sometimes it's helpful to have something to wrap your leg around and use to pull up. And if you'd like to get that, you're welcome to, or you're just welcome to try to do it with your interlaced fingers. So I'm going to give a moment. I saw a few folks go ahead and get up. So if you would like, we're talking about the possibility of grabbing a towel or a strap to use to pull up the leg. So I'll just wait another moment while I see folks who've gotten out of their chair coming back. We're going to really try to create some openness in the hips. And when you think about, intention for the practice, and where to direct some of that breath for this part of the practice, it can be helpful to think about your breath actually going into the areas of the hips and creating some openness there as we breathe through the sensations. Again, never coming to pain, but if you have a little bit of challenging discomfort that's within the realm of your usual practice, then that's going to be okay here. So we're gonna come to lift the leg either with the towel or strap underneath, or by interlacing the fingers underneath. And we're gonna bring that knee around, starting to open the hips here. all the while thinking about that alignment of the spine and the breath. And your pace may look different than mine, and that's totally fine. So go around a couple more times here, then we're gonna go the other way. So let's go ahead and take it the other way. Breathing, keeping that back in alignment. All right, 2 more times, and then we're gonna hug it in. So make your way around 2 more times, and then try to hug the leg in, creating some compression here. So some of our movements will be more expansive, and some of them will be kind of compressing. So we're building heat here by compressing, and then we're gonna expand if you feel comfortable. So if it's a good choice for your body today, you could try allowing your your arms to extend a little bit, and then extending the leg, and kind of moving back and forth between compress and extend. Any stop along the way, any variation here that you're doing is going to be okay, as long as it's not causing any kind of pain or anything beyond a little challenging discomfort. So find a movement that works for you, or you can always just focus on the breath and the posture, kind of come to a moment of stillness. All right, we'll do a few more of these, and then the little challenge, if you want it, at the end, the cherry on the top, if you'd like to try it, is to extend and allow the hands to come out and really engage the leg, the core, and everything else, probably requiring a lot of strength here. And then as you're ready, let it go. Nice. Well done, everybody. Go ahead and bring your hands back to your thighs, and we're just gonna take a break here, focusing back on the breath. So coming back to the breath, if you got a little bit, if that took some breath out of you, we're gonna bring that breath back into you. All right, and now we're gonna try the same thing on the other side. So bringing around at first, so picking up, interlacing, and circling. Thinking about those hips, maybe directing the breath there, sending the breath to that area. And your pace could be different. We'll do 2 more this direction. And then let's go ahead and reverse, bring you around the other way. Nice job, everybody. Okay, 2 more here. And then as you're ready, bringing that leg into the body, creating some heat, creating some compression, and holding. Breathing. Maintaining that spinal alignment. And then as you're ready, if you'd like to, if it's a good choice, go ahead and try extending and bending. And extending and bending. So my elbows are bending too here. As I extend, my arms straighten. And as I bend my knee, I bend my elbows to bring that leg in towards my body. Again, your pace may look different. Your movements may look different. A few more times here. Remembering that breath. All right, and then if you'd like to try that kind of challenge, we're gonna bring it in, extend, release the arms, ground through the foot. You build the strength in the core, build the strength in the leg. If you come out of it, you can always come back into it if you'd like to, and then slowly, gently release. From here, let's go ahead and bring the awareness back to the breath. If that took some breath from you, we're gonna take a moment to bring that breath back to the body. All right, for this next movement, I'm gonna slide my blocks that have my feet on forward a little bit, and I'm gonna scoot to the edge of my chair. So you can feel free to do the same. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I'm gonna try to stretch by bringing my foot into my hand and kind of bringing it behind me so that my ankle is coming into the back of my thigh. So you might feel some sensation along the front part of the thigh here. If you're feeling that sensation and it's a little bit intense, try breathing into it. So deepen the breath. If you're not feeling enough here, maybe bring your ankle a little closer to the back of your thigh. A few more breaths here. And then go ahead and set whatever foot you had in your hand down, and we'll try the other side. And make any adjustments here. Again, you might feel some sensation down the front of the thigh. And breathe into that. A few more breaths. And as you're ready, release. And coming back to hands on the thighs, focus turns inward and noticing the breath. Noticing if the spine is stacked and in alignment. If we're sitting up straight, engaging the core here. All right, and from here we're going to start bringing in the upper body into our practice. So you can scoot your legs a little bit further apart. If you have your feet on something, you might want to scoot them further apart, making a more wide leg stance. And we're going to bring the top part of the body around in a circle. Again, this might look different for some people. Might be at a different pace. Just do what's right for your body today. We'll do one more this direction. All right, and let's go ahead and switch directions. We'll do one more here. Good. And then coming back to stillness in the upper body, bringing that awareness to the breath. Maybe if you've gotten a little dizzy here, just a moment to calm that sensation. All right, y'all are doing great. We're going to move into cat-cow here, which is, we're going to use the upper body for the cat-cow. So we're going to expand in the chest, and you can make it as dramatic or as kind of not dramatic as you want. So I'm kind of making it exaggerated here. And then I'm going to cave in for the cat and bring it all the way back. And I'm going to expand on the cow. This would be the in-breath, and the cat could be the exhale if you're trying to move with one breath, one movement. So your pace may be different from mine, and I'm basing mine on kind of my breath. And it could be way less exaggerated than this too if you don't feel moving in this bigger way. So a few more here. All right, so coming back to neutral spine. We were kind of arching the spine and then caving the spine. If you didn't quite catch that, you're kind of doing more of just a rock back and forth. Just know that that movement is about expanding the spine, bringing the shoulder blades back, and then kind of hunching and bringing the belly button in towards the spine. All right, so you should have felt some movement in the back there. Now we're coming to neutral spine. Coming back to check in with the breath. Feet are still wide here. We're going to be coming down with the upper body closer to the floor. So kind of preparing for that. That's a good choice for you today. Always know that you can bring blocks or other ways of bringing the floor closer to you. So just feel empowered to get any kind of assist that you need so that the floor is closer to your hands. So for instance, with the blocks, that would look like setting them to their highest position this way. You could do that with other items in your house too. Soup cans, books, whatever it might be. So from here, we're gonna bring the chest forward, coming down and allowing the spine to release, the neck to release, and then waving it back up. So we're moving in a very slow wave here, stacking one vertebrae at a time. And as we get to the top, then you might feel like going for another dive down. And then gently coming back up, one vertebrae at a time. Stopping and slowing this process down any point along the journey, making it work for you. So coming into that movement, whatever that looks like for you. When we get to the bottom, like the main, whether we get close to the floor or not, if you can release the neck, that's kind of what we're hoping for here. And then restack the spine. And we'll do one more. All right, nice work, everybody. Coming back to that neutral spine, checking in with the breath here. All right, and we're gonna try some gentle twists. So my blocks are apart, I'm bringing them back together. We're gonna do some compression and some twisting here. So I'm gonna pick up my left leg. Doesn't matter which leg you start with, I'm just naming what I'm gonna do. So, because we're gonna do both legs. Left leg over right, crossing it over. If crossing the leg doesn't work for you, that's fine. You can keep both feet on the ground. My right hand is coming to my left thigh, and my left hand is connecting with the back of my chair. And then I'm gonna do a gentle twist, looking behind me. And then I'm going to bring that twist around and go the other way. And then coming back to face front. If it's a good choice for you today, let's take that ankle and bring it on top of the thigh. So your knee may be in a different place than mine. Your knee may be a lot higher than mine, or it could be lower than mine. That's okay. And for some of us, this is, again, bringing that sensation and awareness into the hips. We want to try to protect the foot and the ankle here. So if you can, go ahead and flex that foot. If it starts to hurt, you can bring it a little further off the thigh so that it's not like that ankle is digging into the thigh there. So for many of us, this is a really good place to stay and breathe into this sensation. If you need more, start to bring the chest forward and the body down, and you're gonna likely experience an increase in the sensation in your left hip area here. So breathing into that. If you need more than that, you can always reach for the floor here. And then if you were lower down in the chest, bringing the chest back up. For that leg, you can either stay here, or if you'd like to try, just gently picking it up and rocking it a little bit. And breathing there. Nice. All right. And then we're gonna take this leg down in a kind of a purposeful way. So we'll actually turn it in towards the body, interlacing the fingers one more time, bringing it into the body here. And when you've got that, if you'd like to try that extension, maybe you're noticing some greater flexibility here now that you've gotten a little warmed up. And then go ahead and release that leg down, that foot down. And we'll catch the breath. So sitting here and bringing that awareness back to the breath. And that spine in alignment, that core is engaged. All right, we're gonna do the other side here. So my right leg is coming over my left. If it may work on one side and it may not on the other. That's usually people have one side that's different from the other. So if it worked on the other side and doesn't on this one, don't sweat it. That's fine. My left hand is coming on top of my right thigh. My right hand is connecting with the back of the chair, which again, gentle twist here. And go ahead and make that twist looking behind you. And then go ahead and take it in the other direction as you're ready. All right, and from here, we're coming back to face forward. The right ankle is coming on top of the left thigh, maybe coming off, the ankle may be coming off of the leg a little bit, so you can keep that right foot flexed. And I notice already on this side, my knee is a little higher here because one hip is a little tighter than the other. So that's perfectly normal. You might be able to do this with the leg kind of in this figure four on one side and not on the other. That's totally normal. We're gonna try to breathe into this hip opener. If you'd like to stay here, this is a great place. If you'd like to lean forward to increase the sensation, that's an option. If you want to bring the chest down and reach down, that's another option. So wherever you're at with it, breathing. And then as you're ready, coming back up. And as we did on the other side, we're gonna bring this leg down with intention. So go ahead and interlace under the thigh, bring the leg in. And then as you're ready, extend. And breathe, remembering to Have that spine stacked here, and then releasing down. Nice work, everyone. Go ahead and come back into that relaxed position where we regain awareness of the breath. Bringing our focus back to the now moment if it's wandered off. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a hug for being here and being a part of this practice. And that'll kind of segue into our shoulder work here. So give yourself a nice hug. Be kind to yourself. Know that you're doing a great job being here. Just being present is huge. So good work, everybody. We're going to switch the cross of the arms here. Bring it out and wrap yourself the other way. This kind of touch is so important, especially now, which many of us are experiencing reduced touch. We need to hug ourselves, bring that warmth and kindness into ourselves, especially if we're not getting it from an external source. So just kind of swaying with that movement and with that intention of kindness, warmth, and love towards the self, and for being here today, being present. All right, now we're going to let those arms go, and we're going to start getting into the shoulders here. So working those shoulders back and around. And then let's work them forward, bringing them forward and around. Nice work, everybody. All right, let's try to bring those shoulders up and release. Up and release. One more time, up and release, good. Now we're going to put our hands on our shoulders, and we're going to bring the elbows to touch, and then we're going to swing around with those elbows, and we try to touch the wrists. Okay, maybe they don't fully touch, and that's okay. That's just where the intention is. So touching elbows and touching wrists, and we'll do that a few times, going at your own pace, making that movement work for you, and remembering to breathe. All right, two more this direction, and then we'll switch directions. All right, so now we're gonna do wrist to elbows, going the other way. If you were doing elbows to wrist, now you're going opposite. Breathing here. A few more. Y'all are doing great. Last one. All right, and let's bring those hands to rest on the thighs and come back to that awareness of the breath. From here, we're going to do some stretching, leaning to one side and the other. So you can raise one arm, start to lean to one side. You might feel engagement all along the obliques and the side body here. If you bring that belly button in towards the spine, that's kind of where we're going with the core engagement. And then bring it down. And we'll do the other side. Reach long, lean, core and belly comes in, belly button towards spine, length all down the side body, engagement of all the oblique muscles here and the core. So that's what we're hoping for here. It looks like a lift and a lean, but then there's a nice hugging in sensation with the core. And then we'll do the other side. Again, if my pacing doesn't work for you, you're welcome to go at your own pace. But bringing that belly button in towards the spine, there's a clenching, a strengthening. All right, and from here, we're gonna add a little twist. So we're gonna reach and lean. And then if you'd like to open the heart towards the ceiling as we engage the core here, there's that added twist if you'd like it. Bring that arm down. Let's do the other arm. We lift, we lean. We feel almost like we're coming out of the rib cage here, turning the chest, maybe looking up towards the ceiling, really being strong and engaged with the core here to support the back, and then bring it down. So arm lifts, lengthen the body, stretch all along the side body, lean, engage the core, open to the side, and one more time. Lift, lean, and then open. Nice. All right, coming back. Let's all think about our breath. All right, and from here we're going to get into some bigger movements. So we're going to start moving the arms around in big circles, getting really expansive here. We've already kind of spent some time warming up the shoulders, so we're feeling the shoulders out here, really circling and noticing all of the sensation that comes with that. Maybe timing the breath with the movement. 2 more this direction, and then we'll go the other way. Everybody's looking awesome. All right, so maybe taking it as you're ready the other direction. Maybe the breath is deepening here. Two more here. Last one. Nice. All right, and now we're gonna use the arms to find some movement, just swinging and swaying. If you've got, the back of the chair, be careful of that. You don't want to bang your arm into it, or if you've got somebody sitting right next to you, of course, you've got to make that space, but go ahead and do some swaying. All right, and from here, we're gonna incorporate kind of the lean that we were doing. So we're gonna bring the arms to like a lean and around, and bring it around. So kind of making some big sweeping movements here, kind of just really getting free with it, right? Just allowing the body, whatever feels good here with those arms, kind of making those bigger movements that combine all the swinging and swaying we did. Nice job, everybody. Awesome. Y'all didn't know you were coming to chair dance, right? So here we are, modern dancing in our chairs. Very nice. Good. Just releasing tension here, hopefully. And then we'll kind of slow the movement. See if you can really bring it down, almost like music, right? So music, you see, it ebbs and it flows and it gets louder and softer. And we're going to bring these movements to be a little softer, just winding them down and bringing them into the body. And then we'll come back to our resting pose with our hands on our thighs and reconnect with that breath and any sensations of peace and relaxation you might be having, any feelings of creativity. Maybe there's some awakening happening in the mind and the body here, all that good stuff. Centering ourselves here. And we're going to be coming to some expansion and contraction, kind of like what we did with the cat-cow here, but incorporating the arms. So we're going to bring the arms out and then bring them to make a big circle, like you have a big beach ball in front of you. The belly button comes in towards the spine and we kind of sink back here with the spine. We're making the spine concave, or the front of the chest concave. And we're sealing in everything we want to keep from this practice or anything going on with your life right now. And on the cat, this is the cat. On the cow, we're gonna open the heart, open the mind, open the body, let go, anything you need to release. So we're going back and forth between those two movements, bringing it all in with the arms, hugging it in, sealing it in, and then letting go. And the chest kind of opens here, the back arches. And we can exaggerate this movement if that's a good choice for you. And then we can bring it in. So going back and forth between these two at your own pace, we can start to move with the breath here. Inhaling on the cow or the expansion, and exhaling on the cat or the contraction. A few more here. Let's do one more. Nice work, everybody. Hands come to the thighs. Thinking about that breath, reconnecting with it, reconnecting with the present moment. All right, and from here, we're gonna work into some warrior poses. So I'm already kind of sitting on the edge of my chair, but if you're not, and you can do so with stability, you might wanna come a little bit more out in your chair towards the edge. So I'm gonna move my blocks out of the way for this one. If you had something your feet were on, you may wanna move them out of the way here. So I'm gonna start with my right leg coming out to the side, and my left leg, I'm gonna bend. You can either bend the knee coming into a supported lunge, or you could even, if you feel up for it, extend so that you're really on the edge of your chair here, building a lot of strength in the legs here either way. So we're coming here, and then to bring it into warrior one, we're gonna raise the arms. Now you might just bring your arms to goal pose. If you feel like it's a good choice for you today, you could also extend your arms, bringing the elbows towards the ears. So this is our warrior one. And then for warrior two, we're gonna bring that left hand out behind us and the right hand extends out in front. And let's transition here back to warrior one. So left hand sweeps and both hands up. Arms on either side of the ears or bent, whichever way is gonna be best. You're gonna best serve your body today. All right, so we're gonna come through middle here. So we're gonna start to face the front. Knees are gonna be wide and we're all gonna bend our arms here. So this is goddess pose. If you'd like to get up from your chair here, you could practice the, getting up from your chair basically, and being kind of supported in this wide pose. If that's not working for you, it's kind of like a squat, you can just sit back down. Okay, And then we're going to turn and take it the other way. So I'm going to turn this, I'm going to turn towards my left leg with my right knee bending in. Again, my arms are bent to start. Maybe my back leg is straight, maybe it's bent, doesn't matter either way. Maybe my arms are bent as goalposts, or maybe they extend with the elbows towards the ears. Maybe one side is different than the other. That's totally normal. From here, coming into warrior two on this side, left arm extends in front, right arm extends behind. And from here, bring the right arm back to the front so that we can go back to warrior one. Right arm sweeps, meets the left, and then either come to that bent arms with bent elbows, goalpost, or arms extended with the elbows by the ears. And coming back through center again to goddess pose. This can be a resting kind of situation for some of us. Others of us who want more can go ahead and lift off and make that nice kind of grounded squat here. Just for a few breaths, then go ahead and bring the seat back down. All right, and we're going back to warrior one, facing the right leg. So left leg extends, bring the arms with you, either bent or extended. We'll go to warrior two, left hand behind, right hand in front. From here, we're going to try reverse warrior. So you're going to try to connect that left hand with the back of the left leg. As you extend the right arm, start to open the chest and lean back just slightly here. Breathing all the while. Coming back to warrior two. Sweeping that left arm through to warrior one. Arms bend if they aren't already, start to face forward, goddess. From here, making any adjustments, resting, or coming into that squat, up off the chair. Nice job. Breathing. All right, if you're up, sit it back down, gently. Now turning to the left, maybe extending the right leg behind you or keeping it bent. Arms extend or are bent in warrior one. From here, come to warrior two. Left arm extends in front, right arm behind. And then we're bringing it into reverse warrior. Right hand reaching towards the right leg, left arm extends. Maybe we create a slight arch in the back here, breathing. Then coming back to warrior two. Right arm sweeps, warrior one. And back to goddess. Everyone faces front, knees bent, arms bent. Maybe getting up off the chair. And then going ahead, sitting it back down, bringing everything back in. And thinking about that breath, noticing any sensations here, practicing any gratitude. Taking a sip of water if you need it. I'm gonna get my blocks back under my feet. Gonna start that was kind of the build up. Now we're gonna start the down regulating part of the class where we're kind of calming or cooling down. All right. So let's bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. And just breathing here, noticing the breath. If you'd like to extend the left arm and just make some little circles here. And you could circle it the other way. that left hand back to the left thigh. The right hand is going to rest gently on top of the head here. You don't have to apply any pressure. Just your hand resting there is going to give you a little bit of hopefully an extension along the neck. Maybe feeling something from the left ear down into the left, deeper into the left shoulder. Kind of breathing into that. And then let the right hand come to the right temple and press the head back up to neutral. Bring the right hand down to the right thigh, and the chin can kind of just a little bit come into the chest here, and just relax. Remembering that alignment of the spine, you want to be sitting tall here, even though the chin is in the chest. And then let's go ahead and allow the left ear to come down to the left shoulder, and just breathe into that sensation. Extending the right arm if you'd like to, making some small circles here. And then reversing those circles, going the other way. And then bring that right hand back to the right thigh. Left hand comes on top of the head, just gently placing it there right above the ear. Breathing into that sensation, maybe a sensation of lengthening all down the right side of the neck and into the shoulder. Even here, remembering that alignment of the spine, not crunching forward too much, keeping the chest still up and the spine still straight, even though the neck is to the side. Breathing into that sensation. And as you're ready, that left hand can come to the left temple. Gently press the head back up to neutral. Left hand to left thigh and chin into the chest. Stacking those vertebrae into alignment. Sitting tall here. Focusing on the breath and the now moment. From here, we're going to do a progressive relaxation technique, and then we're going to close out the class. So go ahead and think about your feet. You can wiggle your toes a little bit here, bringing your awareness back to the feet where we started. Okay? So we're going to bring heat and strength and tension into different areas of the body, and I'll cue you, and then we will squeeze that area of the body, like the legs, and then I will say tense, 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 and release. And the idea is you squeeze as tightly and as much as you can with all your strength in that area for that short period of time. And then when you release, it's like complete release. You just let it go. And you notice any sensations there. So we're going to start with finding tension in the legs. So I'm going to move my blocks aside, and I'm going to start to either flex or point the feet, because either way, you're going to bring tension into the legs by doing that. So you could flex or point, choose one. I'm going to point, and I'm going to bring all tension into my legs. So I'm going to bring it up through my calves, into the muscles around my knees, into my thighs, and I'm going to squeeze. So really think about squeezing the legs here, bringing all tension into the legs. Squeeze Tense, 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 and release. Let it go. So the idea is you really just fully let go after bringing that tension into the body there, and then notice any sensations. So now we're going to focus on an area that can be a little bit more difficult to get in touch with, and that's the center of the body. So I'm talking about the core and the solar plexus and the chest and the back. So that's what we're going to tense here, even the shoulders and stuff like that. That all works. But we're not going to really bring tension into the legs or lower body or into the arms or into the face. So this is also about bringing our awareness to the different areas of your body. So let's go ahead and think about the core. That's probably where you can really focus your energy, is in that core. And we're going to bring tension into the core. We're going to squeeze the core. So belly button coming in towards spine. Then we're going to bring that tension and strength and awareness into the chest. So start to cave the chest forward, bringing the elbows kind of slightly up towards the ears. Now, maybe bringing the arms into the body. So everything is starting to feel really tense in the chest and the core and the back, okay, and the shoulders. So squeeze, bring all that awareness and tension there. Tense, 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 and release. Let it go. So just let it all go and breathe into that, noticing any sensations there. And then we're going to bring our awareness into our hands. It's a good place to start for the arms, is we're going to curl the fingers in and make fists. So we're going to start squeezing with the fists. So you're going to notice as you squeeze with your fist, you start to bring tension into the forearms, right? So you start to feel that tension going into the forearms, and then it goes into the biceps. And now the arms are kind of coming off of the body with all this tension. You're squeezing as hard as you can. Squeeze, bring all that tension into the arms. Tense, 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 and release. Let it go. Nice. All right, finishing up here with the face. And think about the muscles in the face. We're all going to make a funny face here. So we're going to bring tension into the jaw. You may not even realize that you are having tension in your jaw right now. We're going to bring that awareness to the jaw and to the forehead, to the nose, all areas of the face right here. We're going to bring tension into. So go ahead and do that. Squeeze, furrow the brow, tension in the jaw, squeezing everything. Tense, 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 and release. Let the face relax. Take a big breath. Start to sweep the brow, allowing that tension to come off the face and out of the mind. We'll take 3 deep breaths together to close the practice. Inhale and raise the arms up. And exhale and let it go. Inhale, raise the arms, bring it up. Exhale, let it go. Last time. Inhale, bring the arms up. Hands come to touch here, hands come to heart, and we say namaste. Thank you so much for this practice. It has been my honor to practice with you today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please have a blessed day. Thank you to the Leesburg Library once again, and to the Friends of the Library for allowing me to be here. I'm Dr. Marianne Premek, and I look forward to the next time I get to practice with you again. It is my honor. Thank you. I think Deb's going to come up here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you, Mary.
Drink some water.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
They can't see me. Okay, we're
Out of here. It's very good. I really enjoyed that.